Hello students, I am explaining chapter number 1, Matter in Our Surrounding from class 9 Science. And I have already completed the topic like physical nature of matter, characteristic of particle of matter, states of matter, can matter change its state, and in that I have completed effect of change of temperature, and now I am going to explain effect of change of pressure. So let's start with the topic. So we have learned that states of matter depends on the distance between the particles. So states of matter means what? We have three states, that is solid, liquid and gases. These states of matter is completely depend on distance between the particles. So matter is made up of particle and the distance between the particle will decide it is solid, liquid or gases. So you can say this diagram. So the first diagram, if you see these black dots are nothing but what? These are particles. These all the particles are very closely packed. You can see here, these all are very closely packed. If you see the distance between the particles, the distance is very less, or you can say distance, there is not at all any intermolecular space. So this arrangement can be seen in case of solid. So if the distance is very less, we can say the state is solid. If you see the second diagram, these black dots have little bit of space between them. They can vibrate or they can move in around their spaces. So this type of arrangement we can see in case of liquids. So the distance between the particle is little more. If you see the third diagram, they have these, all the particles have very high space or very high distance between the particles. So these all particles can move very freely, and this arrangement can be seen in case of gases. So this is the meaning. The distance between the particle will decide the state of a matter. So here the distance is less, so the state is solid. The distance is little more, the state is liquid. Distance is very high, the state is gases. Now, when we apply pressure to gas in a closed cylinder, the particles come closer together. So, gas changes into liquid by increasing the pressure and decreasing the temperature. The meaning of this sentence is, as we have just now seen, particles of gas have very high space, very high distance between them. So, therefore, we can apply the pressure on these gas particles and we can bring these all the particles close to each other so that we can convert into liquids. So see the diagram. In the first diagram, if you see, the diagram is from your NCERT book. If you see the first diagram, this is the second diagram and this is the third diagram. This hole, it is called a cylinder. You can see a rectangular, and this is called as piston. So in this cylinder, we have taken gases. So this is gases. We can see the distance between the particles. The distance is very high in the first cylinder compared to second cylinder and third cylinder. So we have took gases and we have here subjected one cylinder piston, and with the help of this piston I am going to give the pressure on these gases. When you give pressure, pressure will be increased. So when you increase the pressure, see here, when you increase the pressure, all the particles will try to come closer to each other. When they come closer to each other, here temperature is decreased. Remember this, when you increase the pressure, temperature will decrease. And due to this, we can see this arrangement. So all particles are close to each other, and this arrangement is completely similar to the liquid particles. Therefore, we can say that by giving the pressure with the help of piston, gases can be converted into liquids. I hope you are understanding. In this liquid arrangement, if you again try to give more pressure with the help of piston, these all particles will try to come again more closer to each other. And that's why we can see this arrangement. Here if you see, all the particles are very tightly packed, same like this first diagram. And this indicates that by giving pressure more on the liquid particle, we can convert liquid into gases. So this shows that by increasing the pressure and by decreasing the temperature, we can convert gases to solids and solid to liquid. This process we can use for one of the example, that is formation of solid carbon dioxide. Actually, carbon dioxide, that is CO2, it is a gas. In gases, we can see such type of arrangement. But to convert into solid, we can give pressure on these CO2 particles, carbon dioxide particles, and we can, at high pressure and at less temperature, we can convert this solid, we can convert these gases CO2 into solid carbon dioxide, which is called as dry ice. In case of this, if we reduce the pressure, imagine this is, well, let me write it once again. This is gaseous CO2. This is gaseous CO2. And on this CO2 gases, if you give pressure, temperature is decreased, and these all gases CO2 will convert into solid CO2. So this is solid CO2, and this is commonly called as dry ice, which has many applications. Dry ice. In this case, if you reduce the pressure in the solid CO2, because of the reduction in the pressure, it directly convert into gaseous CO2 instead of undergoing the liquid state. This you have to remember. Let me read the sentence. When pressure is reduced, it changes directly from solid to gas without becoming liquid, and that's why it is called as dry ice. So we can say that temperature and pressure decide the state of the substance. So with the distance, we have already understood that even temperature and pressure can decide the state of substance, whether it should be solid, liquid or gaseous. So I hope you understood this. This diagram also you can see, it is I have taken from your NCERT book. So here it is solid. See, here it is solid. Here it is liquid. This is solid and this is gas. Now see, I'll start with solid. So this is solid. When heat is applied on the solid, when solid is heated, see the arrow. Arrow is pointing the reaction direction of the reaction. So when heat is applied on the solid, solid will get melt and it convert into liquid. This process is called as fusion or melting. Now we have liquid. If you again continue applying the heat, see here on liquid, if you again continue applying the heat, if you continuously go on increasing the heat on the liquid get converted into gases because you are giving energy. That energy is taken by the particles and they'll move faster. So liquid will convert it into gases. And this process is called as vaporization because liquid becomes gases. Gases are also called as vapors. So the process is vaporization. Now, here, when you have got gases, you can convert these gases into solid. And here we have to cool. Already we have given lot of heat here to convert from liquid to gases. So these all gases particle have lot of heat. To convert back into solid means we have to bring the particle close. And for this, we can cool it. So cool this gas. If it directly convert into solid, the process is called as sublimation. You can see this arrow. The same thing we can go back, we can reverse. Solid, if you directly convert it into gases, it is also called as sublimation. Gases are already hot. If you cool, then you will condense and the process is called condensation. And whenever gases are cooled, they will become liquid. And if the liquid is again cooled, it will become solid and the process is called as solidification. So remember, conversion of solid to liquid is fusion by applying heat. Conversion of liquid to gases is vaporization by applying heat. Conversion of gases to solid is called sublimation. We are going to cool it. Conversion of solid to gases is also called sublimation. We are applying heat. Conversion of gases to liquid is called condensation. Here also we are cooling. And conversion of liquid to solid is also called solidification. And here also we are cooling. So remember the name of the process and the action what you have to do. That is heating, cooling, etc. This diagram is very important. This diagram will be used in the question paper to ask what is the name of the process of conversion of solid to liquid or liquid to gas. So I hope you understood this. Listen this video properly, slowly, pause the video and write these all the notes in your book. Make note of these all the points so that whenever you will read, you will understand the topic. I hope you will understand this video clearly. If you like my video, share my video with your friends. And if you're getting little bit also help from these all the videos, please consider subscribing my channel. Thank you.